welcome back to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith. Yes, I am standing instead of sitting, and hopefully all of this range of movement doesn't go to my head and cause me to be all crazy, but I have all this space, I thought I'd use it, and I'm pretty excited right now, if you can't already tell by the look on my face, because I just finished up the City of Remnants instructional video. It is currently uploading to the internet. Actually, by the time you see this video, it'll already be on the net. But it's going to be over at the Plaid Hat Games YouTube channel. Again, they partnered with us for this, which is great. I love when a publisher supports our series. It really helps us out. And we were able to get this video made, and I really did my best on it. And you know what? You guys helped make it too, because the fundraiser we held helped get these walls made. On the other side of this wall, it's painted a solid green, and this made for a much better green screen to shoot in front of. And it really made, I believe, the production quality of this instructional video even better than the ones I've done before. So I want to thank you guys for supporting us. I want to thank Plaid Hat for supporting us. And any of you other publishers who want videos made for your games, get in touch with me. This is actually a really fun thing to do. And hopefully it adds a lot to the game itself and helps people get into it that much quicker. So if this is a game that you've already purchased, all of the rules that are in the rule book are in this video. The video is under 30 minutes long, and I did my best to cover it all in as clear fashion as I could imagine. And if it's a game that you don't own and maybe haven't pre-ordered or don't plan to purchase, you might want to check it out anyway, because you may find that this is actually a game that would appeal to you. And I don't want you to read into the fact that we're not launching right into a gameplay series for City of Remnants. We've almost always done that. In fact, we have always done that. Don't think that that has anything to do with my opinion on the game. I'm playing this game every chance I get. The only thing is I haven't had a chance yet to play with my own children. So I don't know if it'd be a good fit for them and therefore on the show. But without giving it away, yeah, I'm playing this game a lot. So you can take from that what you want as far as whether or not you think this might be a good game for you. Check out the instructional video, see if that maybe tweaks your interest or not. So this is going to be a filler episode. I got a bunch of things I want to go over, including what our next playthrough game is going to be. And I want to do them as quickly as possible. One, because I don't want to bore you guys. And secondly, I've got a couple boxes here that I've been waiting to unbox for this filler episode, and I want to get to them. So let's get going. The first thing I wanted to mention is that Tom Vasel over at the Dice Tower, they're currently having a Kickstarter to help support, I think it's their 9th season. And they're just blowing the doors off of this fundraiser. But Tom does a ton of work. He puts out a couple of podcasts a week with Eric Summer. He also puts out tons of video reviews. If there's a game, he's probably played it, and he's almost likely done a video review of it. And he's got a whole network there that they're running of other video reviewers and podcasters. Some of those guys are personal friends of mine, people I'm excited to be getting to know. Seer Cabal Gaming Podcast, you've probably heard me talk about them before. I consider those guys great friends that's come out of being involved with this show and getting to know them online. The D6 Generation, the Plaid Hat Game Podcast, and several others. Anyway, the point is, Tom does a ton of work, and this success is certainly well-deserved. I'm very excited for him and those guys. And if you want to support them, I'm going to put a link below in the description. And I just want to mention as well, they're giving away, well, not giving away, but when you donate, you can get lots of promotional items for games. So very cool. If for nothing else, you want those, worth checking out. Speaking of fundraisers, in our last one, we had a perk level called Swagger. I put together a few little personal items. I'm going to ship those out. I'm just putting the last few items together, and those should go at the beginning of next week. So keep an eye out for something from us if you donate at that level. We also had another fundraiser perk level, which was that I would play an online game with you over the internet, like through Skype or Google Hangout. We'd play a board game. I actually had one of these sessions already with one of our viewers. We played Lords of Waterdeep. I lost, but I had a lot of fun. I really thought I was crushing him. And at the end, he pulled out a win, and it was pretty exciting. I was really pleased, and it was his first time playing the game. It was a lot of fun. I'm really impressed by how technology is allowing us now to play board games. It's really breaking down some of those barriers like distance and scheduling and that sort of thing. So if you donate at that level, it's something you're interested in. You should be getting an email from me very soon to try to schedule something if that's something that you're interested in. So now I'd like to tell you about the next game we're going to play through on our series. And it's the game Tokaido, being published in North America by Passport Games Studios. I think one of the main reasons why I want to showcase this game is because it's so different than the games we normally play on this series. And I'd really like to try to do a variety of different kinds of games. I say it's different because we play a lot of games normally with backstabbing, a little bit of at-your-throat kind of games. This is not that at all. This is a very light game. People have described it as almost a Zen-like experience when playing it. And as cheesy as that sounds, I really can't disagree with that assessment. The idea here is that as a player, you're going to be traveling along the East Road, which is a road in Japan, and you're going to be trying to take in the most beautiful vistas, enjoy the most tasty meals, interact with interesting people. You're going to be trying to do that better than the other travelers on the road. So whoever has the most fulfilling experience by the end of it is the winner. Very different kind of game, a theme that Andrea absolutely adores because she loves Japan, she loves Japanese culture. And although her schedule is still crazy busy, Her exams are wrapping up, and I think this game would be a good fit and one that she'd enjoy coming back to the table and joining us with. So I hope that you guys also will join us as we play through Tokaido. I'd also like to hold our deciders vote very soon as well. Now, we did this in our first fundraiser. We're doing it again in our second fundraiser. This was a perk level where basically I would give you a selection of games that we haven't covered yet in our series, but ones that I would consider doing, and then let you guys vote on which one we actually play. So I'll probably have that deciders vote put up sometime during the Tokaido playthrough, so that'll give me some time to prepare for whichever game you guys pick and our actual playthrough of that. I also want to remind you guys that we have a Facebook and Twitter account. Those are almost always in the description below our YouTube videos. And that's a great place to go and talk to us on a more personal level about games that we're playing, games that you're playing, and just kind of get some inside look into what things we're checking out. You might have seen me talking there a little bit about Blood Bowl, a game that I've always wanted to play. I've now collected some miniatures that I can use for that game. And Jamie from the Secret Cabal Gaming Podcast, him and I have challenged each other to a game of Blood Bowl at Gen Con, which is upcoming. Now, I don't know how to play Blood Bowl on the tabletop. Jamie knows how to play it, the digital version, the video game version of it, but he hasn't played it on tabletop either, although he has some miniatures as well. One of our viewers, you might know him as Rebel Mage, that's his handle. He also goes by Roger, he's become a friend of mine, and he volunteered to put together some instructional videos for how to play Blood Bowl for me, and of course not just for me, and it's open to everyone. And so I wanted to tell you about that little video series. I've watched the first few, it's fantastic. Really well done, very easy to follow. Thank you so much, Roger. This is going to really help me understand it. I might even forward this on to Jamie just to help him out as well, I guess. I'll put a link to Roger's YouTube page in the description below. If you've ever had a passing interest in Blood Bowl, check these out. It might just push you over the edge. Now, I also want to mention one other thing about Jamie over there at the Secret Cabal Gaming Podcast. A little while ago, he got in my head. He started telling me I should really consider backing this Kickstarter for Sedition Wars. This is a game that's kind of similar to Space Hulk, one of those miniatures board game kind of hybrids. And I put it off for a while, but he kept talking about it, telling me all these great miniatures they keep adding as the perk levels kept going up and up and up. I caved, I got it, and it finally arrived. And oh my goodness, this thing is it's a huge box, first of all. It's packed full of miniatures, boards, tokens, the rest of it. Another bag of miniatures separate from it. Custom dice, more cards, more miniatures, more fluff stuff. And this is only part of it. There's more stuff on the way, more miniatures on the way. So Jamie, you successfully tickled my acquisition disorder. And I gotta say, I haven't played the game. It could be utter crap. But based on the contents alone, well worth the price of admission. Well done, sir. I also wanted to say a quick thanks to James Johns, one of our viewers who's a big fan of the game Pixel Tactics. And he sent along this playmat to go with the game, and he talked to the designer of the game, Brad Talton Jr., who has created this mini game library. Okay, this is actually, I'm not reviewing the game, I'm just saying this in concept is very cool. Basically, in the box comes all of these very portable other games. So several different kinds of games. What I really like about it is it's organized into sort of its weight, the number of players, the complexity level, that sort of thing. So if you want to find a game of pretty much any situation, it's probably in this box. And I think that these games are going to be really ripe for us doing those quick little one-shot demonstrations where Luke and I just come on for like a quick 10 minutes, kind of give you an overview of the game quickly, and then play a turn or two and show you how the game works. I think this game's going to work really well for that. So thanks, James, for talking to Brad about this. Thanks, Brad, for sending this along. And of course, the very cool playmat. So I look forward to trying out Pixel Tactics with that very soon. Now, something that isn't happening soon, but can't happen soon enough, is Gen Con. And I'm very fortunate. I'm going to be able to attend this year as well. I hope that if you go, I get a chance to see you there. But I also want to tell you about another convention. I got talking to one of our viewers, Brian, really nice guy. We got chatting on Skype one evening. And it turns out, after geeking out about games and the industry and that, he's actually running a convention in Grand Rapids, Michigan called Grand Con. Now, this is the first time that this convention is being run, but he's a really nice guy. It looks like they're projecting to have a quite successful first convention, so I told him I would mention it here, just in case any of our viewers are in that area, might be interested in checking it out. It's going to be for both board gaming and for comics as well, two of my favorite things. So if you're in that area and want to check it out, go to the website. I'll put a link to it in the description below. And now for the unboxings. This first game came from one of our viewers, Zoran Dobridjevec. Probably mispronouncing your last name, but I won't mispronounce the name of your game. Now, he told me about this game in advance, and it's called Trifecta. And this is just nice. This is a game he made himself, he designed himself, and published himself, and he wanted to send me a copy. And I was actually quite interested in this one. I told him I would show it on the air as soon as I get into this box, because this is a game, kind of, he said, in the same vein as Haggis or Tichu. And those are games that I taught Christy, my wife, over the holidays, and she's become addicted to it. So I thought this game might appeal to her. And in this game, you're trying to lay out patterns of cards to create 3 rows before your opponent does so, and you can attempt to foil and interfere with your opponent's plans to do it. Zoran, thanks for saying this along. Congratulations on designing your game and getting it published. If you guys are interested in checking it out more, you can go to his Facebook page, which I'll put a link to in the description below. And now for the last box. Luke normally joins me for these unboxings, and he usually brings his lucky Luke knife, but he's been really sick, so he's not here right now, so I'm doing it with scissors instead. And this one came from Stasha Doster, a viewer of ours, comments on a lot of the videos, we chat on Facebook, really nice, and she sent me a Board Game Geek message one day just to ask me for my address and said that she wanted to send me a game. And she was really sweet about it. She even said, like this game, you might not care for it, and maybe Luke will if you don't or whatever. And listen, Stasha, anyone really who takes the time to send me a game, pay for the postage, I'm a gamer and I love games. So it's always meaningful when someone takes their time to send something to us. And to be honest, there's been some games that people have sent to me that at first blush, I really wasn't all that interested in. I thought, well, this game probably won't appeal to me. Zombicide was an excellent example of that. And I got Zombicide, and I play it all the time now. We did a video series. We're currently doing a video series on it right now. So regardless of what the game is, I always appreciate the meaning behind it. It always means a lot to me. So let's take a look and see what she sent here. All right. I really wish Luke was here now because there's a note, but there is lots and lots of fluffies. Oh my goodness. So, go figure, the day that I decide to shoot an episode standing up, I feel like I have to end it seated. I feel like I need to kind of explain the reaction I had when I opened up the box so you don't think I'm just a weirdo over cardboard. But if you watch my Geek of the Week episode that I shot a few days back, I talked a little bit about my gaming history. I talked about one of the very first complicated hobby games I bought when I was younger called Empires in Arms. I was really excited about this game, but like I said, it's super complicated. And I tried playing it by myself, but it's not meant to be played solo, and there was no one I was going to be able to play this game with. So it was really kind of a big disappointment. I'm sure it's a disappointment many of you have felt at one time or another excited about a game that you just realized no one was going to want to play with you. But then later on, I picked up a game that was also complicated, but you could play it solo. And I played the heck out of this game, and it really, really formed me as a gamer. It was a game I loved. But as I got older, I went through different stages in my life. I kind of got out of some of those older games and out of the gaming hobby in general, really. And I got rid of some of them. I sold a number of these games. And now that I have re-embraced this hobby and found so many exciting ways to enjoy the hobby, I really regret getting rid of that one game in particular. And the game is the game that Stasha sent to me. And it's the game Ambush by Avalon Hill. And I never thought I would get a chance to play this game again. And so when I saw it in the box, it kind of blew me away. And she sent a nice little note. She said she saw the video, the Geek of the Week, and wanted to send a copy that she had picked up in an auction on the Geek and send it to me. Thought maybe I would enjoy it. Stasha, I am certainly going to enjoy this. Thank you so very much. Let me tell you a little bit about this game, just to give you an idea about what it's like. You're going to roll some dice, and you're going to get a certain number of points, and then you're going to create some characters with those points. It's sort of like a role-playing game. You're going to assign some attributes. And then you're going to take those soldiers, you're going to give them some points, and you're going to send them out into the battle. And that battle takes place on a map, a hex map, that each of the hexes has a different letter number combination on them. So as you move on to these different hexes, you're going to take a particular sheet, a sort of a code sheet, and slip it into this kind of slotted envelope, which has windows in it. And depending on where the windows line up, you're going to look at that particular paragraph, which comes in the mission manual. And in that paragraph, it's going to tell you what to do. Maybe some Germans appear. Maybe you've stepped on a landmine or something. Maybe tanks appear. Maybe something related to your objective comes up. Then after a mission, the guys who survive, they can come back. You can level them up, give them new attributes, better equipment, and then maybe recruit in some new troops as well, and then go on to the next scenario. As a kid, I just thought all of that was fascinating. I loved playing it. And I am just so glad to have this back in my collection. Thank you so much, Stasha. A really thoughtful gift. I really appreciate this, and I look forward to trying this out again and seeing if I can rope Luke into playing it with me as well. All right, that was a long episode, a filler episode. Wow. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Thanks so much for supporting the show. I look forward to coming back to you with some new content very soon. Until then, thanks for watching.